Hey there, welcome to the Revenue Revolution Roundtable. I am excited about today's training. So, today we're going to talk about messaging. I know that people tend to assume that they know exactly how to write their message, or they may be on the other side of it, and this might be you, that you're struggling to create a message that actually attracts your ideal clients and brings them in and makes them want to buy from you. So today I wanted to dive into really creating messaging that will attract and convert your ideal clients. So let's get started. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jennifer Tamborski. I am a marketing strategist and an NLP master coach. Now for this particular training, the NLP master coach is going to come in really handy because I have extensive training in how to communicate with people, which means I can help you learn to speak to your audience in a way that they can hear and connect with. I also happen to be a mom of 3 amazing practically adults and a wife. And I've spent the past decade in the marketing world, running a digital marketing agency that helped my clients grow and scale their business. In the past 2 years, I've really pivoted my business so that I am better able to focus on business owners like you, the ones who are struggling with what to do first or next in their business when it comes to marketing, on how to create messaging and funnels and overall attraction marketing that brings in not just leads, but buyers. In fact, most of my clients come to me when they are struggling with what to do first or next when it comes to growing and scaling their business. Here's the thing about marketing. Marketing should never be a one-size-fits-all concept, which means if you've been frustrated with trying different strategies or that may have worked for someone else, or you've been copying messaging that has worked for someone else, I totally hear you and I've got you. And I am going to help you craft messaging that is brought on and brought in just for you. And more importantly, for your ideal clients so that they can connect with you and grow with you and buy from you. So let's dive in. When it comes to marketing, before writing your marketing, before you actually start writing, it is incredibly crucial to know who you're talking to. Understanding the demographics, the psychographics, meaning their interests and their pain points and what motivates them and what they're thinking and feeling right now will help you to guide your messaging and your tone and the benefits that are going to attract your ideal client. And just as important is in effective marketing is the language that you use. The key to really unlocking your audience's attention is not just about the words you choose, but it's about how you convey them, how that you're connecting with their fears and their desires and their needs, and how you guide them to the moment that they realize that whatever it is you're offering, they need that more than anything else. And I also know that so many brilliant entrepreneurs out there fail to effectively communicate. They assume communication happens. They're speaking from their own perspective rather than tuning into their audience's frequency and leading them oftentimes to miss those connection points and those opportunities that their audience needs. So really mastering your communication, well, it's almost like discovering an ancient language that unlocks that deeper understanding and helps you influence your audience to buy. It's about recognizing the psychological landscape of your audience, speaking to their map of reality, and connecting with them on a deep level. And this isn't just about improving your odds. I promise you that looking at your marketing messaging from this perspective is a game changer. by understanding and adapting to the various types of personalities that you work with, their processing styles, how they think and how they communicate and how they receive communication, can help you to connect with a much larger portion of your potential market. Effective communication isn't just a skill. It's really the foundation which helps you to create a successful business and really transforms that grind into this dance of connection and impact. So I can hear you already, and your question most likely is, how do you do that? You start by humanizing your brand by really embracing storytelling, because when you turn your marketing message into relatable stories, people can connect with that narrative and they can connect it to their own experience, their own aspirations, their own challenges. So share real stories about you, about your clients, real results. So when potential clients see themselves in the stories you tell, they are more likely to engage with you. They are more likely to take that next step. Also, have very clear calls to actions. Your communication should always guide your customers to do the next thing. Whether it's signing up for a newsletter, making a purchase, signing up for your free offer, following you on social media, listening to your podcast, whatever that call to action is, make sure that it is unmistakable and that it is irresistible. Because I will tell you that most people will do what you ask. And most people also will skip doing anything if you don't tell them to. Make sure that your messaging is benefit focused. Instead of listing all the features of your product, service, or solution, focus on how you serve, how it serves and makes their life better, which means translating your features into benefits and really being able to clearly articulate them. So, for instance, with my clients, while I can give them a list of things we do, the reality is that I help them grow their business, increase their revenue, and scale their impact. That's what they're looking for. So if you can drill down your product, service, or solution into how you can help your audience do the thing that they want to do and the benefit it will provide, it will shift the perspective of your audience from you trying to sell them to you serving them, which can often be more persuasive than direct selling. And lastly, make sure that you have a feedback loop in place, which means that you are looking at every touch point of your message to make sure that it is reaching them, that they are connecting with it, that they hear it, and they are taking actions. Use things like surveys or social media posts or even direct conversations with your audience to make sure you understand them better. This not only shows you the value of their input, it also helps you to refine your marketing messaging and your strategy and to help you evolve to their needs. I threw into this training these key elements when it comes to marketing messaging because it is super important that you have each of them in there. Things like headlines. It's often the first thing people see, and it can really make or break their interest in your content, which means having a really strong hook, something that grabs their attention, that sparks their curiosity, and really sets the tone for what's to come in the next step. It needs to be compelling enough to grab their attention and make them want to do the next thing. When you're crafting a headline that stands out, make sure that you're using words, powerful words that really do connect with your audience. Can be things like 5 tips for losing weight in 3 months, or you're highlighting a unique benefit, right? Be clear and concise. It is always better to be clear than clever. And make sure that it aligns with the content that it follows. And then within the copy, especially on things like landing pages, or even in your social media copy, once you've hooked them with that headline, once you've given them a reason to stop and look, the copy needs to deliver. So you need to make sure that it's clear and to the point and also engaging. Avoid using unnecessary jargon, things that you might understand but your audience doesn't. Every sentence should serve a purpose and drive the reader, the person that's looking at it, towards a specific action or understanding. Using storytelling can really help you to connect on an emotional level with your audience, because people love stories, especially ones where they can see themselves. So use storytelling to create that emotional connection. And then always make sure, I'm going to say this again, to have a clear call to action. Your call to action is that prompt, that thing that you want the reader to do next, which may be download or sign up or buy now or learn more, or it might be follow me or comment below. Those kinds of calls to actions can really help your audience to understand what to do next. And when you have each of these elements dialed in, it makes creating your messaging so much easier. The art of persuasive writing is all about understanding the hidden psychology behind a lead's buying decision. And I will tell you, when you really understand this, it is an absolute game changer. It will help you to create marketing messaging that genuinely resonates. Let's be clear here. People do not buy based on cold, hard facts. They're not going to buy your thing based on the features within it. Most often, people buy based on emotions. As a business owner, we really need to recognize and tap into these emotions if we want to attract and nurture an audience, guiding them down that buyer journey from that curious onlooker to that loyal customer. You see, people are emotional beings, whether they're conscious of it or not. Their decisions are often influenced by how they feel. This could be a desire for security, the fear of missing out, the pursuit of happiness, the need to belong. There are a million ways. For instance, most people aren't going to buy that luxury watch because it tells time. Any watch can tell time. They're going to buy it because it makes them feel successful or confident or sophisticated. In a similar vein, that parent who chooses organic food for their kids, they're not just doing it for the health benefits. They're also doing it because it aligns with their deep-seated desire to be good parents. Understanding this emotional landscape is crucial for you in marketing. It's not enough to present a list of features and benefits. We really do have to dig deeper and appeal to that underlying emotion that drives your audience. This approach can really transform your marketing from a simple transaction to an experience that resonates on a really personal level. Additionally, when you can build these emotional connections within our content and messaging, it's all about connecting with our audience. And when you do that, it makes them raving fans, which brings them back time and time again. When you can really tap into their desires and their fears and acknowledge their dreams, we create a bond that goes beyond just selling your product, service, or solution. We start to build a relationship where our audience feels understood and valued. And I will tell you right now, marketing and business is all about building that relationship. It really does start with getting to know your ideal client inside and out. This means doing our homework and really researching and speaking to our audience, understanding them at a very deep level. You want to be able to ask the right questions. Who are your ideal clients? What keeps them up at night? What do they really desire? What do they want to achieve? What are they struggling with? What is their problem? What are their pain points? And how can you help alleviate those problems? This comprehensive understanding allows us to tailor our messaging to speak directly to them and hit them on those emotional chords that will lead them to really trust us and ultimately to buy from us. And I'm going to come back to the storytelling because storytelling really does allow us to tap into emotions in a way that other types of writing doesn't. It's not just about providing information, it's about painting a picture of that future that your ideal customers are looking to achieve. And through stories, we can illustrate how our product, service, or solution really does fit into the lives of our customers, how it makes their lives easier or better, or makes them more successful, more fulfilled. Marketing isn't just about listing features and benefits. It really is about creating a connection with our audience in a way that makes them feel. And when we can do that and do that effectively, we're better able to sell in a way that serves them and in a way that makes them feel good about what they're buying. Think of your product, service, or solution almost like a hero in a story. Your customer is the main character facing their problem or challenge. Your product becomes the hero that transforms, that helps them overcome their obstacles, that helps them reach their goals. This approach allows you to make your marketing more engaging and more memorable. And people are naturally drawn to that. We want marketing that helps us stand out. The last piece when it comes to creating marketing that's going to draw in your audience is really finding the right tone, style, and voice. And this all comes down to you, my friends. Because whatever our tone, style, and voice is, we want to make sure that it is authentic to who we are. Choosing the right tone and style for your communication really helps to create consistency and authenticity within your voice, and it helps to resonate with your audience. Your tone and style reflect your brand's personality, your business's personality, your product, service, or solutions personality, and it also influences how your audience perceives and interacts with you. So, when it comes to really understanding your tone and style and your tone of voice, let's start by asking a few questions. Before you can define your tone and style, you need a clear understanding of your brand itself. What is your core values? What is your brand's mission and vision? What personality traits do you want your business or brand or program to embody? Something friendly or professional or innovative or whatever that might be. You want to make sure that you are creating a brand persona that really does embody these characteristics because it will make your life easier in the long run. I know a lot of people like to use artificial intelligence, AI, ChatGPT. And I actually did a training a couple of months ago for the Revenue Revolution Roundtable all about AI. Here's where really understanding your brand identity can help you create messaging in a way that AI can help facilitate. The other piece when it comes to your tone, style, and voice is really knowing your audience. We're going to come right back to this. All of your marketing, it doesn't matter what aspect is all about being able to speak to your audience in a way they can hear. And in order to do that, you need to understand them at a very deep level. So think about how your audience likes to communicate. What languages do they respond to? What terms do they use? Are they more formal or are they more casual? Do they like humor or do they prefer really straightforward? Do they like your quirky style? And I will tell you right now, if they don't, they're not your ideal clients. Consider your audience when you're developing this, but only if you're also able to be who you are. Because the people who are attracted to who you are going to be able to connect with you on a much easier level. When you look at your tone, think about how you speak. Are you friendly and approachable? Are you more professional and authoritarian? Are you playful and fun? Are you quirky? Are you inspiring and motivational? All of those things will help you to create a tone of voice. And all of these pieces will help you to use other avenues to write your content other than just you, whether that's AI or that's a copywriter. It helps you to stay in line and keep your messaging consistent throughout everything you do. When you're really able to dial this in, you're able to create something that speaks to who you are and who your audience is. The right tone and style can significantly impact how your audience perceives your brand and engages with your content. And I will tell you right now, your brand is never what you say it is. It is always what your audience thinks it is. So dialing this in before you go out and making it consistent can help to establish that interaction with your audience in a way that helps them understand who you are, what you do, and who you serve, and most importantly, how you can help them. Remember that the key to all of this, to your messaging in general, is being consistent. That you are prioritizing being clear and connecting with your audience over being clever. Your audience wants a relationship with you, and when you can develop your brand in a way that connects with them deeply, you're able to establish just that. And that relationship will grow and develop and bring you buyers time and time again. I hope this helped you to create messaging that really will connect and resonate on a deeper level. And if you're struggling with this, if messaging is something that you're not sure how to step into, head over to virtualmarketingexpert.com/grow-me and schedule a free 30-minute strategy session. I promise you will walk away with one actionable item to help you create your messaging or another area of your marketing that will help you to grow your business, increase your revenue, and scale your impact. Until next time, join me at Marketing Matchmaker. my podcast, where you can learn about messaging and funnels and ads and marketing in general. Otherwise, I will see you at the next Revenue Revolution Roundtable, which is the first Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Central Time. Talk to you soon.